Megan 2.0 is the sequel to Megan, the 2022 film. The first film was enjoyable for me. It was a campy horror film. They turned it from R to PG-13 to make it a sort of high-tech Chucky kind of movie. I enjoyed the first one. Good cast, good story. The second one is a bit of a mystery because I don't think anyone asked for this movie. Megan 2.0 I thought they would take the sort of concept of Megan in the internet and sort of turn it into something else where she makes more of herself or she makes an army of herself or something. They didn't go in that direction. Instead, they decided to go in a comedy, action, spy thriller kind of story, and I don't think it worked. First off, the marketing was terrible. The marketing of this movie doesn't really reflect what the movie's like. The trailers had like catchphrases like "Hold on to your vaginas," or they had fans of Megan and like they were holding up signs. That's not even in the movie. None of this stuff in the trailers in the movie. But basically, the new threat is Amelia. She is a android that is or synthoid, I guess. Yeah, because whatever. Synthoid created from Megan's formula or whatever, her specs, and she has gone rogue. She basically was being on loan by a government to America to do a mission. However, she's supposed to take a guy alive, and she starts eliminating anyone who had a hand in her creation. So she started to kill sort of spree of sorts and starts taking out people. And now she's come after the original creator, Gemma, and her adoptive daughter. And the two of them are now like under the crosshairs. Meanwhile, their company is doing not well, and they are being pursued by a billionaire named Alton Appleton or something. And, the first half of this movie is kind of like, I guess, like an action thriller, like a spy movie. Amelia is really good at, like, infiltrating this guys and stuff like that. And the government wants Gemma's help, but she doesn't want to help them because she wants to do it on her own. However, she's being helped by Megan, who's now on the internet. Megan wants a new body, but they refuse to help her. So Megan traps them in a room and says, you can live here while the world's going to go to shit because Amelia is going to destroy the world, basically. And it ends up being a really convoluted sort of action picture. People describe it as Terminator 2, but just because Megan's the good guy now. But this is definitely a more serious sci-fi movie that really actually has a lot of questions about AI and what it can do and if it can learn, if it can be considered a real thing, because Megan and Gemma have some conversations and some betrayals and some, she's basically, they're working together now. So, obviously Gemma doesn't trust Megan. And honestly, the movie's just a little bit, too ambitious for its own good. They really didn't really expect, like if people like the first film because it's scary, so you should keep that up. And they definitely were too much into the action sci-fi mode for this movie. There's lots of hand-to-hand combat and people shooting each other with taser rounds and things like that. They definitely should have played up the horror. It should have been like more like a Terminator movie without the humor. But overall, it wasn't awful, to be honest. I still enjoyed it. It's a little long at 2 hours, and you get the same characters from the first film, and it's entertaining, but I can see why it didn't gel with audiences and it bombed at the box office. It's just simply too much of a change by switching up the entire genre. The same could be said for the Terminator movies, right? The first Terminator is almost like a slasher. It's got no humor. It's basically about an unkillable robot trying to take down a person. The second movie does the same thing where they swap it around. Now the villain is the good guy protecting from a new villain. But Terminator 2 is an action masterpiece. Megan 2.0 definitely is a little bit undercooked and not enough horror, and it just wasn't good overall in general. I felt like they definitely could have played up the horror a little bit more, or found a different plot, because they definitely went ambitious with the sci-fi angle. So Megan 2.0 is just all right. I give it a 6 out of 10.